in which sequence from your team, and we'll start in the next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go!
You have to blow the balloon. The idea is to inflate the balloon to the full, so that in one chance you are able to do it. Moses is... Now who is the other person from the team of Sultana? Next person, please. Change the balloon.
Yeah, the one cell.
Here. Everyone please use a fresh balloon. It is kept on the table. You have to pick up the glasses. Take your time, no worries. Nice, nice. See, if you are putting it here, it is difficult for the team. Don't keep it on the edge, man. Festas! No, Festas, you have to blow it. Arrange it. Yeah. Alexi. Now, the Sultana's team again.
No, that team.
No,
We're already here.
he is Alex. Sultana's team.
Alex is still already here.
Sultana's team, yeah. The one.
Alex, look at design one.
Alex, what takes you so long to blow a balloon, man?
No practice, man.
Oh my God.
Designer blowing. Pushing. It's blowing with designer.
Next team from Alex team.
Karen, go.
Karen.
I'll be faster than you. Let me see.
Yeah.
Wait, Karen.
Karen looks like Karen has a technique now. Karen, what happened? Sultana, where are the glasses? How many glasses you are putting here? 7 glasses Sultana is putting here.
Blow. Project was in procurement. Come on. Project was in procurement. Go, you guys over there. Go here.
We are done with this activity. Sultana's team.
Krishan, you say you. You're not faster than me. You're right. Yes. Okay.
Yes, Sultana's team is there.
You have to come in the middle and dance.
Yeah, prize. Winner get a prize.
Yes, all of that.
Yes,
Group 2, raise your hands.
Please stand in one line.
Group 2, stand. Raise your hands. Okay. Yeah. Group 2, led by Vikrant Singh
Abdul, you are from this.
and Nadir. 2 team leaders in one.
4 people. Including group leader.
Okay, Vikrant, what is the team's chant?
One down.
No political chants. Come on. Nadir. 20.
Maybe go.
Teaching him. Say 20. So today is Megha at 15.
Happy anniversary.
This year is Megha is 15. We need to add 5 here.
You are 15.
Rajendra, you know how mechanics works, yeah, with the piping and everything. You use sucking power.
Sucking power.
Sucking power. Let's see what the warehouse people are saying. Without sucking.
Remove the chair.
He has learned that in 2 months.
Whose team is remaining now?
अरे भाई आओ ना.
इतना काफी है. अरे है नहीं यार, खाली प्लेट कर दो.
Operation.
Operator. Special ops. Special ops. Special ops.
Special ops. Teamwork.
Strength.
Teamwork is strength.
Yeah.
And special ops. So everyone is going to shout. Everyone is going to shout their favorite team. Sawa. Aya. 1, 2, 3. Come on, start. Arsenali. Next one from special ops. Oh, Criminal, Criminal. Arsenal, push. Come on, special ops. Criminal. Arsenal, we are ready to go. Prakash is still eating his fifth samosa.
Pizza kids.
Came in, then 29 go. Oh, first one is special ops, then 29 go. Then teamwork is strength, then Hakuna Matata, and then Arsenal.
Since it's a private thing, then door.
Kedar, once the cleaner is out, then you can close the back door, please. So that I want these 30-45 minutes, we concentrate on this.
We have two attendances here. One is for Hotel Sapphire and one.
Let's have this. Any guesses? Guess what this meeting is about?
The company performances.
Okay.
The company's anniversary and their children.
Oh, wow. So the first one was company performance. Second one was company's achievements. Anniversary, 15th.
Yeah.
So Megha Marketing has become 15-year-old. It's into its field salesperson. 2012, 2013, Jasmine, Edna. So yeah. So the presentation today. I studied accounting and finance. So. And then I started with accounting and finance in the University of Warwick. I don't know how many people know about this as well, but yeah, I did ACCA, and during my studies, I did all kinds of jobs to keep myself going. We come from a very humble background. My dad still works today. We started from zero, right? It's not like we inherited huge wealth. When I went to college, university, mom and dad were like, we can't afford this, but somehow they managed. Doshia and Mongoose, when I came back from uni, from London, started working at Doshia and Mongoose. I only lasted 9 months in accountancy. Found it too boring. Sorry, Nirajan. Then I went into logistics, Musk, Kenya, and yeah, okay. Then went into Musk Logistics, went to Damco. So that was long hours. I used to come home. I asked my mom to come here, but my mom used to make food for me at 11 o'clock at night. I would go back to work at 7, 8 in the morning. And sometimes of the relationships are like SIFA, export trading, so many other relationships, some customers that you might be serving and might be knowing as well. Every day somebody somewhere will help us because of these relationships that I created during this work life. So we started in 2011 with a partner who is our landlord currently at the Mabati warehouse. They are part of the Lightways group, but that only lasted for 6 months. 3 months, 2 months, month and a half. Okay. We started off very small. We didn't have any customers, no products, nothing. Just the old office, 4 desks, and then the uncle said that I must have a cash machine. So I said, no, I cannot afford it. I cannot afford a picky. I cannot afford anything right now. I need to go out and do sales. So I started my journey for sales in construction. With the relationships that we had, of course with the support of corrugated sheets, we started the Mabati business, and we were serving the Tanzania market quite well. Back then we had a customer. For the first customer that we had, we were exporting to Mwanza, and it was almost 4 trailers a week of Mabati. Then luck would have it that there was a big shortage, and we started to move with some good profit on Mabatis. I think everyone who does Mabati, the purchasers and the sellers know Mabati margin is like 10 bob, 15 bob, nothing much. Okay. Slowly our name started building in the market, very slowly. We started serving 1 customer, 2 customers, 3 customers. Those customers, we held on to them by serving them well, servicing them well. And right now I think also some do come, but the Tanzania market is not the same anymore. As in selling from Kenya to Tanzania is not the same anymore. Back then, every other day we would get 1 or 2 truck loads to load, okay, to Tanzania. The reason why we didn't sell to anyone in Kenya was because we were really off the main road. Nobody knew, even though the name was Megha Marketing, but there was no marketing. No one knew about us. Okay, we were right somewhere in Shimanzi. Nobody knew. Only people would say, "Kuna pahali huko unapata rahisi." Okay, and that's how we built. Slowly. Some pictures. Okay, this is much later. Okay, I think around 2016, 2017 these pictures are from. I couldn't find earlier. I couldn't find these earlier pictures. This was our sales office. I think our total office was only 10 square meters. Sure. And a stench. It would be very difficult for us. The whole office would stink. This one warehouse was tile 1, tile 2, Mabati, sanitary, tile, everything in one, timber, everything.
In 2013.
For those who don't know me, actually today I saw new faces here. My name is Jackie Judy. Most of you know me as Jasmine. Yes? Okay. That hat came much later and I removed it. It's fine if you still address me as Jasmine. I remember the first time I met Mr. Jiga at my previous workplace. He used to purchase these. He used to come by roofing felt. He used to come in I remember a double cabin Hilux truck. Yeah, I used to serve him as my client. And then later on when I moved to Megha, I'm serving him now as my boss. Yes, so a little bit history. I learned about a story today from 2011 to 2012. I was not there. So in 2013, the next slide please. I looked for photos I couldn't find, but I can just take you through up to this moment. I remember when we started off in 2013 when I joined, we had about running SKUs less than 1,000. Yeah, less than 1,000. And the books were so small. But I'm still proud of the fact that he mentioned 2011 and 2012. He was out there by himself. And when I came in, I found the books at, I can give a rough figure of 18 million. Yeah. So moving fast to 2014. 2014, Mr. Mutaza joined. Yeah. And I was working with Edna. And they took upon themselves to go out there. They were actually the salespeople that we have right now. They moved from regions to regions every single time. They came up with a report. When they came, me and Edna would follow up with calls. We'll make sure that we needed to pull those customers on our side. We needed to pull those customers on our side. We needed to keep them. There were a few, but with time, the number increased, and here we are now. All of us sitting here, it's a reality of a vision that this man had when he began. The early years were all about grinding. They grinded. They were out there for real. We didn't have a name. It was marketing, yes, but there was no marketing. They had to do it themselves, and we really pulled a good number. We are grateful that some of them stayed up to the showroom was 2019. We started selling the tiles in 2017, yeah? We had some old traditional tiles, and apparently they used to do so well. The slide before that, Huntington. You see these tiles? And they used to really do well. Yeah, so this gave birth to Simpolo. This gave birth to the tiles that you see we have here in Nyali, Shimanzi, Nairobi. They came from this actually. So you can imagine the journey. So in 2019, the next slide, we launched Cola. Yeah. To the next slide, you see, our SKUs moved. Pole, we moved from 4,000 SKUs to currently here we have like about 15,000 plus. We are really out there in the market. We are really trying to support every sector of construction, from building, structures, finishing, reconstruction, renovation. We just wanted to be a one-stop shop. I remember when Mr. Jiga saw that video, he was talking to that forum, MRM forum. He said like, what motivated him actually was a driver who he spoke to and told him like, we would like to come here and make this shop like a one-stop shop. Even as the drivers, like, they didn't want to move from one shop to the other to get whatever they were sent to transport. So that moved him, and here we are. I really know that we have everything on our part. So the next slide. In 2024, we moved to Nairobi, remember? And then slowly we came up with the showrooms in Nyali as well. You see? So I want to share part of this integrated with my personal journey. 10 years of experience in sales and currently in procurement. I remember when I sat on that chair, someone took me through, the person I was replacing took me through on what was required on my side. And it was a bit challenging at first, moving my mindset from selling to a customer to now providing the organization with the materials to supply to those customers. Really took me a great transition. And I remember at one time, Mr. Jiga came to the office. This time, like, everything was missing, nothing was coming in. He was wondering, like, you are not given proper training on this part. So I remember he said, I took those words and I made sure that I was fully into the role. I knew that I was given a role that he saw potential in me. Him and Mr. Mutaza saw potential in me, and I needed to act that role accordingly. So talking from the experience of sales, I need to address this to you. I know as salespeople, there are frustration that you guys get sometimes as per your work line is concerned. The frustration you get from the clients where you're not getting timely response, you're not getting materials on time, the clients are on your neck, you're not getting, the communication is not there. So sometimes sit and with the experience that I had, I really understand you guys. Most of you that are on sales, I really understand you. And I know very well that if I continue working my part perfectly together with my colleagues in the procurement office, everything can be streamlined to a perfection that we run smoothly. Running smoothly does not mean that nobody's checking the projects group, nobody's checking the goods missing group. Those groups were created to show that there is work done. When there's no noise being made, you know, it's like kids, when they're silent, it's either they're sleeping or they're up to mischief. So those groups has to be shaken, and I am grateful that we are acting the part accordingly. It has been a journey, and I'm encouraging you as well. Take up your positions. The mandate you've been given, the job you are doing right now, I have watched my growth, I've seen myself growth. Someone saw a potential in me, given me the chance to move a step higher. You can achieve that as well. Accept the situation that you are in, work your job perfectly. Integrity matters, be an integral person. Obedience matters. And one thing I move with is be a person that follows instructions. Following instructions does not mean that you follow blindly. You can ask questions, but the only time you be a better person is someone who does what they are told. You take up the responsibility that you have been given and you act on it. Thank you so much, guys, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Jasmine, aka.
So, I told Jasmine yesterday, one line. Jasmine, please, can we have a round of applause and an appreciation to her? Yeah? Thank you so much, Jasmine. We've stayed at work almost on a daily basis till 9, 10. I think if there were older people like Naushad over here and Abdul, they would tell you that we would go home at 9, 10, right, Naushad? No, yeah, 9, 10 o'clock every day for months and on. Yeah. Sometimes we've not even seen, we've not even worked like seen our children, by the time you come home, they've slept. They've slept. By the time you wake up in the morning to go to office, they have gone to school. Yeah. So there has been personal sacrifices. Yeah. Now we have gone into, we have built this thing right now, right? Into something special. Marketing, you're in finance, or whatever you are. Yeah. Like segments. So whatever segment. So let's say, for example, we put roofing sheets. Just the roofing sheet segment, right? Okay. How many? This country has 50 million people, right? Roughly. Okay. On an average day or an average year, how many people are actually putting up roofing sheets? For example, number of people. Can you, in the country, can you put it? Yeah? For example, just estimate. Like in 50 million people, how many people are actually going to build roofing sheets, for example? Right. Put it on a paper, please, Abdul. Yeah. You have a pen? Yeah. I want you to put everyone times, I don't know, what is the price right now? 1,200? Maybe, 1,200. 1,200, okay? So put that number over there. The number of average on a house, how much it would be. We've used 1,200, thinking that everyone uses, the lowest one. And then we go to maybe another segment. Which one is your favorite, guys? Come on. Steel? Okay, steel. How many construction sites in Kenya? Maybe?
20 million.
Yeah. Roughly. It doesn't need to be an exact number. Steel, like one site requires how much steel, for example? What is, Sarah, what is? What is this percentage that is coming? What is the market share that is coming? Jasmine, what is the market share you're getting?
$1 billion.
Turnover. What is our percentage coming? What is this percentage? Okay, get out your phones, use your calculators. I'll give you 5 more minutes. 1 minute rather. What is the percentage? Nirajan, what did you get? It's like
We are getting 6.7% only, even less than that.
it should be 0.0006000001%.
मैं पहले वो कराया 0.008.
0.008, he says. Then he doubted. Then so he is telling me, just to make me happy, 6 point something percent. So guys, we are nobody over here. Yeah? We are nobody still. There is so much more we can do. Yeah? We can grow, right? Still. Yes? We can, right? Just in Kenya, right? Just in Kenya. Even if we look at coast, are we very much in there? No. There is a lot of potential, right? We are nobody there. Still. 0.00% market share is what our market share is. Okay? So, for the next slide now, all the way up, 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 hands, 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 hands. Okay, and then we did side, then we do, now we do this way, this way, this way. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay, now we may sit down, please. Yeah.
Strength, leadership, power, authority, guidance, patience are God's gift to us as men. We have to cherish that, not abuse it. I prayed this morning to be a better listener. Didn't work so well. We're human. You get back up. Yes, I've been high up on the mountain. I've been blessed. But that's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
And it's lonely. You know, people don't know that side. We did not come this far to just break down and lose now. I'm a winner. I'm going to win. True desire in the heart, that itch that you have, whatever it is you want to do, that thing that you want to do to help others and to grow and to make money, that desire, that itch, that's God's proof to you. Sit beforehand already to indicate that it's yours. Aspire to make a difference. So you are what you are in this world. That's either one or two things. Either you're somebody, or you're nobody. Never give up. Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. It's not easy. If it were easy, there'd be no Denzel Washington. So, keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So, keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. See ya, work.
Thanks, everyone. Okay, put it up. What did I just agree to in that meeting?
While it may be frightening, it will also be rewarding. So you got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. nothing small in settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Fall forward. This is what I mean. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Fail big. Today's the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be very frightening. It's a new world out there, it's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. I try to give myself a goal every day. Sometimes just to not curse somebody out. Simple goals, but have goals. And understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline, which you have already done, and consistency every day, not just one Tuesday and this will be day. You have to work at it. Hard work works. You'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. I don't care how much money you make, you can't take it with you. The Egyptians tried it. They got robbed. That's all they got. You can't take it with you. And it's not how much you have. It's what you do with what you have. We all have different talents. Some of you will be doctors, some lawyers, some scientists, some educators, some nurses, some preachers. The most selfish thing you can do in this world is help someone else. Why is it selfish? Because the gratification, the goodness that comes to you, the good feeling that I get from helping others, nothing's better than that. Well, one or two things, but nothing's better than that. Not jewelry, not big house I have, not the cars, but it's the joy. That's where the joy is, in helping others. That's where the success is. And anything you want good, you can have. So claim it. Work hard to get it. When you get it, reach back. Pull someone else up. Each one, teach one. Remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Remember that. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress. My mother told me, she said, yeah, because you can run in place all the time and never get anywhere. So continue to strive, continue to have goals, continue to progress.
Okay. So what did we learn over there in that video? What were the takeaways? What did you guys pick? What do you need to do? Can we put down some things that you learned? Alright. There are no wrong answers.
Good morning.
Yeah.
To be strong in work. Work hard. If you succeed, always pull someone.
Pull someone. Yeah.
Fall forward.
Fall forward. Good one. So what does fall forward mean for you, Richard? Fall forward means you go to a shop 10 times trying to sell Dorset. Yeah? Maybe the 11th time he will say yes, right? So this is the application I'm trying to get you guys to think from the movie, from that video. Fall forward everything that is in that video. Right? Consistency. Discipline. Consistency. Discipline. Take risks.
Have passion of what you're doing.
Passion. Yeah? So much was talked in that video. You can look at it in YouTube in your time. This video last year
I was born in 1947 in Austria after the Second World War. So I was very fortunate that I stumbled onto my vision. And I didn't really like Austria when I grew up. I couldn't wait to get out of there. I couldn't see myself becoming a farmer or a worker in a factory or anything like that. Even though my parents wanted me to stay there and have a normal life. But that was their vision, not mine. My vision was totally different. I felt that I was born for something special, for something unique, for something big. Then one day I went to school, I remember I was 11 years old, and they showed a documentary about America. And there they showed this documentary, the huge skyscrapers, the high-rises, the huge bridges, the 6-lane freeways. And all of this stuff, I said to myself, that's where I want to be. I don't want to be around here in these little farmhouses, these little buildings. I want to be in America. One day after school, I walked by a store in Graz. So I went inside and I looked around, and then I saw a magazine. I saw a bodybuilding magazine that had Reg Park on the cover. Reg Park was then a 3-time Mr. Universe. And I saw him on a big screen as Hercules. I read that and I said to myself, wow, this is the blueprint for my life. This is exactly what I want to do. I want to become a bodybuilding champion just like Reg Park. I want to get into movies just like Reg Park. And I want to make millions of dollars and be rich and famous just like Reg Park. You know how great it felt that I knew where I was going? Imagine the majority of people don't know where they're going. I knew where I was going. That I'm going to become this bodybuilding champion just like him. So it was just a question. I was so relieved because when you have a goal, when you have a vision, everything becomes easy. So people always ask me, when they saw me in the gym in the pumping iron days, they said, why is it that you're working out so hard? 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you have always a smile on your face. And I told people all the time, I said, because to me, I'm shooting for gold. In front of me is the Mr. Universe title. So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal, to make this goal, this vision turn into reality. Every single set that I do, every repetition, every weight that I lift will get me a step closer to turn this goal into reality. So I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound squat. I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound bench press. I couldn't wait to do another 2,000 reps of sit-ups. I couldn't wait for the next exercise. At the age of 20, I went to London and I won the Mr. Universe contest as the youngest Mr. Universe ever. And it was because I had a goal. So let me tell you something, visualizing your goal and going after it makes it fun. You've got to have a purpose no matter what you do in life. You've got to have a purpose. 74% hate their job in America. Now this is not much different when you come to Europe. The majority of people don't like what they're doing. Because they're really not doing it because they didn't have a goal and they followed this goal. They just aimlessly drift around and then all of a sudden there's a job opening so they get their job. Because you have to work. But then when you work, it's a chore. It's work. It's not fun. So if you think about only a quarter of the people really enjoy what they're doing in life. That is unbelievable if you think about it. So I felt so blessed that I knew what I was doing. It's like a medical student that studies and knows he wants to become a doctor. You know where to go. And the same thing is also in politics. I remember that in politics, I had a very clear vision that I will be the leader of California. This is as far as I could go because I was not born in America, so I could not run for president. So being the governor of the 5th largest state, I should say the largest state, the 5th largest economy in the world, was for me really the ultimate title, the ultimate accomplishment in politics. So even though people came up to me and says, why don't you go and run for something smaller, you're never going to make it. I ran for governor and then 2 months later I became governor of the state of California. Again, because I had a very clear vision what I'm going to do with California. So that's rule number 1, have a vision. Rule number 2 is don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the naysayers. Everything I ever did, the thing that I heard out of people's mouth was, that's impossible. That can't be done. Or no. That is exactly what I heard, and of course I proved to the people that it can't be done. So whenever someone said to me, it can't be done, I heard, it can be done. When they said no, I heard yes. And when they said it's impossible, I heard it is possible. I'm a strong believer of what Nelson Mandela said, that everything is always impossible until someone does it. Well, I'm going to be the one that said to myself, I'm going to do it and I'm going to show it to them. Maybe it has never been done before. That's perfectly fine with me. But I'm going to do it. And I did not listen to the naysayers.
For just $67, you can generate as many videos as you want and never have to worry about it.
It's all about the hard work that you put in. I said, in the same bodybuilding, I worked out 5-6 hours a day. I'm going to do the same thing now for acting. And of course, I went to college to study English. I studied the accent removal, acting classes, and all of this stuff, all day long. I worked and I worked and I worked. And within a short period of time, I made one movie called Hercules in New York, which of course went right into the toilet. But it didn't discourage me. I still had the same vision. And then all of a sudden I did Streets of San Francisco. I did Stay Hungry and Pumping Iron and The Villain. And then all of a sudden, I was asked by Dino De Laurentiis and the Universal Studio to star in Conan the Barbarian. And after I did Conan the Barbarian, the director at the press conference said to the press, the director was John Milius, he said to the press, if we wouldn't have had Arnold, we would have had to build one. So think about that. The very body that they said can never be sold because the time is wrong. A few years later, I'm doing Conan the Barbarian, and it was the #1 hit at the box office when it came out in the summer of '82. Think about that. And the director says, if we wouldn't have had his body, we would have had to build one. So all of a sudden, my body became an asset, not a liability. And the same thing was with Terminator. After we were finished filming Terminator, Jim Cameron said to the press, if Arnold wouldn't have had that accent and talked like a machine, I think the movie wouldn't have worked. So think about that. The body and the accent that they attacked was an asset. I didn't listen to those losers. I didn't listen to them at all. It's just the reality of it is that you cannot listen to the naysayers. So this is a very important lesson for all of you. So when someone says, no, this is a stupid idea, you in your mind, you don't have to say it, but in your mind just say, it's a you. So, what do you know?
We saw him. Everyone seen Terminator and Hercules, Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, we all seen him. I want to grow. You want to grow? Yes. We want to grow? Yes. What's in it for you when we grow? What's in it for you when you grow? Where do you see yourself? Over here. We heard Jasmine say it's 10 years. She is here. Okay. Where she was, what she is doing, what is the company goal? What do you think we are here right now? Okay? And we are now at, you say, Nirajan, how much? Yeah. Current year? Turnover, yeah?
3.7 billion.
As in the full year. 6 billion, okay? Currently we are 6 billion. Where do we want to be in 10 years? Where? When they're positioning. They want to. There is something called manifesting as well, right? If you write it, you will be there. Yeah? Don't tear it. Remove it from the notepad. Fold it nicely and keep it in your wallet. Fold it as many times so that it doesn't fall out of your wallet. So this, guys, is my dream. Is our dream. Right? It's our dream. What are your ambitions? What are your ambitions at Megha Marketing? I'm sure over here people want to be managers, sales directors, partners have written their own shops, their own businesses, and so on. I agree. Okay. But the sky is the limit over here. We can all grow together, right? How much time do you spend at Megha marketing in your life? Yeah. From that 12 hours. 12 hours you're at work, correct? Almost. So we need to grow, no? How do you want that experience to be? What is the current culture that we have?
As for me, what I would say, the current culture at Megha Marketing, I've worked with you less than a year. I would say it's a good place to be, and actually it feels like home because I've been able to socialize with most of you. So I'd say it's a good place to work.
Okay. Next one, Eliza. Next, yeah. Say the truth. Don't sweet talk. We are all family here.
Hi everyone. Hi. So for me, I'd say the current work culture at Megha is fast-pacing, and can say it's like you have to be on toes. Sometimes if you don't do the right thing, there'll be shouts. Sometimes, yeah, it's like that. You have to be on toes.
On toes.
Yeah.
On toes. If not,
hi everyone. Market is something like everything you have to do this, go there, do but at the same time I can say that
don't sugarcoat. Just say it. Say it as it is.
yeah, most of the time we say, let me just put that point in a market, like we used to be like, talk freely, like talk freely in a way that, okay, I want to talk freely in a way that we make things to be more open. In instance of tires, in the instance of customer is there, you have to walk in and assist. Yeah, I can say that.
Okay. Do you like the culture?
I don't.
Yeah. Nimesh?
Runs for more than 60 years in my family. So hardware has been in through my blood. And I love this. It's extremely fast paced. The time when my day starts and stops, I have no notion of that, which is good. The downside is the expectations from the customers and colleagues are over the top. And in order to please the customers, we're bending over at such awkward angles that we're stepping on each other's toes, almost always. So that is one major negative point which I have noted for our company culture, although it might have been, it's not ingrained, but it's come up to a stage like this.
I agree. It's a problem. It's a problem from me all the way till maybe down. Yeah. say, oh, e-cut and tattoo in our niche ecosystem is not there. When you go to operations, operations said there was a stock count that was done, and in that stock count, things were put which don't make sense. So what are we going to change now? When Vikrant came, and I think he was shocked. Over the past week, he's been like, my pick lists are not coming out. I don't know, there's no system, there's no coordination, correct? Yes? There is need for improvement, right? Can we have a start of a new culture? New kind of culture. A new kind of culture, can we envision it in our mind? What would that be like?
Yeah, we have improved, but still there are a lot of scopes. I think the segregation of duty, and apart from the accounting and responsibility, it's supposed to be taken by each and every people, each and every department. I think Jiga sir is trying to tell us that one, that yes, each department should have their accountability. And apart from working separately, that yes, operations is working like for their job done, finance is working for their job done, we need to work as a customer satisfaction overall, where we can align all our team, and then we can do a good customer satisfaction, and overall the sales and everything will go up.
Murtaza, what do we need to? He doesn't say a lot in this kind of meeting, but when you go to his office, he's always in a meeting.
Very good. Raj comes. Jaldi karo. Nairobi Lakeland. Movie will come. Don't keep me here. Suppliers will come. Lydia. Likori. Someone tells Malini. No, I don't. I put one. The other one goes. I try to do the other one. I don't know how to cope sometimes. At least be patience. Now, if you do the papers, sales orders, do it early at least. Give it in time. In the evening around 5, no. Payment is coming, supply is coming. How did you bill my name? Now we don't know what to do, what not to do. Sometimes you make me go crazy.
Where is Nadir? I think now imagine if we put all these and then we put KPIs.
It's not
How do you want the...
Sometimes when I shout maybe in class or in some district, for example, I have a lot of pressure. I go with our Khadija said, accountability and responsibility.
Accountability and responsibility. Approvals should be on time.
Megha family. When you have good communication between us, then obviously we'll deliver good customer service to the clients. And then one thing I'll say is also, if we can have like a chain, like for me, let me just stand. The other day I was talking to Sharon, and I was like, sometimes I feel like we give Jiga quite a big responsibility about discounts. We always have to go to every time. I know it has to approve, but at least let's have like our managers right next to us to give some discounts. Because I'll wait for a discount for a client to take like 2-3 days. The client will like, I've waited for all these days. Why should I wait for this for all these days? Why can't I just get a discount if you're going to give it? You're not going to give me a discount, just tell me no. Okay? So let's have like the right, just the managers next to us, yeah? At least have that power to give us discounts.
Discounts.
Yeah.
So empowerment, right? Empowerment.
Thank you.
Honesty.
Honesty.
You should be open-minded and be ready for knowledge for products, because sometimes the showroom feel like a maze for you guys. You can ask for a product that is right in front of you, but you keep calling the phone, like, where is this product? How do we sell this product? And we have told you like 100 times.
Knowledge, not going to get there tomorrow or the day after that, or it's not going to turn a leaf, okay? But if we are going to work towards something, the Arnold movie, right? Have a vision. So let us have a vision of a culture that works like how Nimesh said, a well-oiled machine that a customer walks in, okay, says, I want this style. The breakage should be told by the warehouse. Okay, I had this many breakages. These breakages are put in a different thing. You know, the system that we have the ERP. We have no communication. We have a breakdown in communication, right? Somewhere along the lines we lost all this. I'm sorry. I think we are running against time. So you want to talk? Okay.
Me, I want to talk about showroom. Okay. Showroom is a mess. And,
sometimes or all the time. Say it as it.
Sometimes, not all the time. Okay. Now, in short, I don't want to get in your office every time and ask for you the permission of showroom, how to set up. It's better you keep me one man or one manager to sort me out about the showroom only.
Okay. Okay. So I want us to focus on one thing. Okay? All these problems, I want a vision, care for each other, that we need to put in, right? Yes?
Just a small phrase has come to mind. Progress pamoja.
Progress pamoja?
Ownership with vision.
Ownership with vision. Together is all. Together we can. Together we can. Together we can. Okay. Together we can. This is a powerful thing. Okay? Together, if the warehouse guy has to take the bullet for the salesperson, take the bullet. If the operations manager has to take the bullet for the sales, he doesn't tell the salesperson it is a warehouse problem. I don't know. Take it. I'm sorry, sir. It is us which have let you down for this new future. Achieve this new future. Come on, guys. Tell me. What are we lacking? Teamwork? Accountability? Liability. Sorry?
Customer-friendly system.
Customer-friendly system. What will this mean? Everyone will win because the company will grow, right? Right? Yeah? Will grow. If you are tired of getting 10 calls and you cannot deliver,